If you will enter in the main menu, then in the terminal and finally in the story, inside the Snowfield in this order you will find a side quest line called Melos Upgrade Plan. To start the quest you have to visit the central upper side of the Navia region. To be precise here, you have to use the space rift called Cetus Island. From the space rift location you have to use the main road going toward a staircase, after which you will reach the central big tent. If you will get behind this tent you will find another identical. In front of it you will find several NPCs and you have to speak with Melo in order to take the quest you came for. During the conversation you will need to make a choice, and the right one is the second one, called Continue Helping. Finally, at the end of this conversation you will receive the quest. For its first objective, go to the central upper side of the Bankes area. To be precise, you have to start from the space rift called the Black Market. From its location you have to turn to the left and proceed further until you will find an NPC to speak to. At the end of this conversation you will receive a new objective that will ask you to gather 3 firecores. The easier way to find those is to go to the top left corner of the Astra region, where you have to use the space rift called the Northern Ring Ranges. From the space rift location go straight forward until you will reach an overhanging in front of an enemy camp. Here you will find 3 red crystals that you have to attack with any fire weapon. After you will attack them 5 times, they will be destroyed and you will be rewarded with 1 firecore each. Now that you have enough, it's time to go back to the central upper side of the Bankes area. Use again the Black Market Space Rift, then go to the left in order to reach again Hopkins and give him the 3 firecores you collected previously. For the next step you have to reach the central upper side of the Navia region, where you have to use the space rift called Cetus Island. Here you have to use the main passage in order to reach the central tent and behind it reach the second one. Once there, speak with Melo in order to complete this objective and receive the new one. Now turn around and get in front of the previous tent, where you will find another NPC called Claire you have to speak to. At the end of the conversation you have to turn around again and get in front of the second tent in order to speak with Melo. But he won't be here and you have to wait a few seconds in his location in order to update the quest objective. Once this will happen you have to go to the central upper side of the Bankes area, where you will need to use the space rift called the Black Market. From this location, going to the left you will reach the quest location under a red tent. In fact, a little bit further slightly to the right you will find Melo that you have to speak to. At the end of the conversation, turn slightly to the left and speak with Hopkins as well. At the end of this conversation, the quest will be completed and you will receive the next one. At this point, you have to reach the central upper side of the Navia region, where you need to use the Cetus Island Space Rift. Now use the main road in order to reach the frontal part of the first tent, where you have to speak with Claire. At the end of the conversation, you will receive an epic item and the quest objective will be updated. Now you need to go back to the central upper side of the Bankes area, where you need to use again the Black Market Space Rift. Next, go to the left and at the end of the passage speak with Hopkins. After the conversation you have to visit again the central upper side of the Navia region and use the Cetus Island Space Rift. From where you have to proceed further till reaching the first tent in order to speak with Claire. Finally, you will complete the last quest of the questline, so you can go in the story tab and collect your chest reward.